Hi, I'd like to introduce the consulting proposal for Revival Reentry. I'm Ashley. I know a lot about Revival Reentry because I am actually the founder and chair of the board. So we are very brand new. We just got our 501c3 in June. We're working on our very first fundraiser and we're trying to build this from the ground up. So in speaking with the board about what we need, we know the biggest thing first is financial stability. So you can't really do much without that. That's why we're starting with a fundraiser. We have all the grandest ideas, but we can't do much without the funds. And what comes with being a brand new nonprofit is not having deliverables to show. And we know that in this era with grants and grant scarcity, that it's difficult to get grants if we don't have deliverables and numbers. They want to see all of the fancy things, not just a pretty idea. So this plan and what Revival Reentry is already doing is starting their first fundraiser. So that will be helpful to get the project going. Revival Reentry is a nonprofit reentry center that specializes in helping people who are getting out of jails and prisons and integrating back into the community so they could be successful. So what we're starting with is a thrift store. We came up with that idea because it will help bring in money itself. So if we were able to just get a fundraiser started, then we can pay the overhead costs and then we would be able to have the store opened. We have storages filled with items, stock items that have been donated. So we're working on this fundraiser now. But to enhance what we're doing, we all decided that we should get social media pages. And then after doing the questionnaire, we realized a couple other things, that we need more people in more positions to be able to fully help. The questionnaire was really helpful to see all the things that we need to do so that we can answer those questions a lot better than we were able to answer them. So what this implementation plan is we all decided, and I decided based on the questionnaires, what I got back, my knowledge of what the Reentry Center is already doing, is to build a good social media platform. So this social media platform will be more than just getting followers and likes. That is going to be amazing. We need to get the word out there. We need to let people know what we're doing and build, advocacy for this population and awareness for what's really going on and what those people are dealing with at the ground level when they're getting out of jails and prisons, and how many blocks they have as they're coming back into society, because it's just really hard for them to make it. So we really want to build awareness around that. But the main thing we want to do for financial stability is we have this idea of when we are going to open our store, we're going to be competing with places like, online shopping and things like that. So we really want to have a good social media presence. We have our local marketplace on Facebook that we can add a bunch of our donated items. But another idea that we had is to sell in bulk items, custom made items made by our clients. And they can be doing that on TikTok, on lives. There's so many people on these social media platforms who are showing their items and actually making them in real time as they're discussing what's going on for them in their lives. And so all kinds of people will start following them if they're engaging, and they could actually buy an item from somebody and they can make it for them in real time and show them what they're making. And they can say, oh no, I like it like this, or I want that color over there, or whatever it is. So building that platform will be important for multiple reasons. And some of that is for future income. So we really want to work on that. And the other thing is we have noticed that we're all very busy, and we really need to make sure that there's somebody who knows how to do this stuff and put them in that position. So the three things that we really need to implement is a social media person and social media presence and a fundraising person. But we are not able to hire anybody because we don't have a ton of funds. So I'm already at 5 minutes. Sorry. Based on our questionnaire, let me just show you something really quick. This is all that is not started. This is partially met, substantially met, fully met, barely at all. And we have a lot of not started. So you can see that we actually have a lot of work to do, and it was very informative to actually go through this so we can see all the stuff that we need to do. So our plan is to follow some steps of other nonprofits who have done the same thing. Homeboy Industries has a huge following. They had over 8 million in donations last year, and they have, I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember. It's, it's right here. Their total assets are $100 million, over $100 million. So if we follow a lot of the stuff that they did, we could really, maybe not become as big as them, but we could gain a following and build something. So our goals and strategies are to build those nonprofits, to build those social media platforms. I get really nervous on this video. There's a way to post, and I researched a bunch of different sites, and it shows that there's different dates, there's different times, there's different days of the week, there's different posts that should be done at the different days of the week. There's some that are for TikTok, it's between 2 and 5 p.m. YouTube is 2 and 5 p.m. Instagram is 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. So for the different platforms, there's different times to post. There's different content to post. So it'll be important to base all of the posts on the research that is done here in this implementation model. Then there's a work timeline. So this should be completed and fully implemented within 1 year. This timeline is based month to month and can start growing. So by the time 1 year is up, it should be fully implemented. We will check in monthly. I'm thinking like every second Wednesday, or whatever that looks like, just one day every month that we'll check in. If they need some help or some guidance, then we can work with them on that. We can also follow what is working, what isn't working, and make changes if needed. I have my resources here, and I think that's it. That's our proposal. So thanks.